India holds $190 billion in US Treasury securities, the 15th largest holding in the world. A former RBI deputy governor says the answer lies in a Federal Reserve facility designed exactly for this moment. In March 2020, as COVID-19 was declared a pandemic, the US Federal Reserve created the FIMA repo facility, a backstop source of temporary dollar liquidity to address pressures in global dollar funding. Central banks could temporarily exchange their US Treasury securities held with the Fed for US dollars. Those dollars could then be deployed into their own markets. It does not involve sales of securities. A temporary repo, overnight, rolled over as needed up to 7 calendar days. The rate is approximately 3.75%, pegged to the Fed's standing overnight repo rate. The Fed manages all clearing, settlement, and collateral, and unlike Fed swap lines, the FIMA repo facility is available to a much broader set of central banks. For the RBI, the mechanics are clean. Pledge treasuries, receive dollars, deploy them into India's foreign exchange market through repos, sell by swaps, or outright forwards matching the maturity of its FIMA access. This eliminates interest rate risk. Conducting these operations on the CCIL platform would minimize counterparty risk further. The biggest bang for the buck, according to Patra, the RBI announces a standing forex auction window alongside its access to the FIMA repo facility. In July 2021, the Fed made FIMA a permanent standing facility. Regular FIMA use could eventually open the door to a formal Fed swap line. Once Washington recognizes that stable dollar liquidity in India reduces the risk of precautionary treasury sales that would destabilize US markets too. The evidence is limited but clear. FIMA has stabilized dollar funding markets globally, compressed FX swap spreads, and reduced their sensitivity to risk sentiment. 29% of surveyed central banks have used FIMA. Mexico treats it as a market-reassuring backstop. Indonesia values it for avoiding forced treasury sales at distressed prices. Colombia, Chile, and South Africa hold access but have never drawn on it. For countries outside the Fed's swap line network, FIMA is the dollar safety net. Read the fourth installment of the 6-part series by Michael Patra only at BasisPoint Insight.